One of my favorite things to do at Christmas time is to watch those really girly and predictable Christmas movies. I love sitting on the couch in the evenings with the glow of the Christmas tree lights next to me, looking up at the TV and the mantel and the bookcase surrounding it with all the beautiful Christmas vibes and decor and ambiance and all those fun things. So we're going to decorate that area today. Let's make my mantel and bookcase inviting and cozy and ready to have a Christmas movie marathon. So in a previous video, I already cleaned up my bookshelves, I dusted everything, and I put up the Halloween decor, all those types of things. And all I have out here is a few pictures and pieces that I tend to decorate with year-round. So all this is ready to go so that I can start with my garland. I already have some hooks on the mantle because I tend to put garland up for several different seasons. So the hooks usually just stay there all year round, and that makes it super easy for me. But first thing I do is pull out the garland from a bag because it does not fit in the box that it came in. I can't be the only person. I truly don't believe that they're meant to fit back in that box besides the initial time after you buy them. So I ended up just storing this thing in a large bag, and it kind of works out better because I don't have to smush it quite so much. But it still took a while, so I'm going to spare you all those details, and I'm condensing all of this into like 2 minutes. I'm going to fast forward through some of it, but if you're ever working with garland, you know that it can be a bit cumbersome and it takes a while, especially if you want to make it look good. So take your time fluffing it out. Here you can see I've got my little berries, pine cones, I've got white tips on it, so I'm just trying to make sure that everything is kind of pulled out in different places, up, down, sideways, so that it looks nice and balanced and like I didn't spend as much time on it as I did decorating it. Now once I get all that done, I decided that I'm just going to reuse some bows that I had from last year. You may have seen this before if you've been here, but I do like using some of the same decor over and over because I bought it, I paid for it, I think it's beautiful, so I'm going to use it again. So this is exactly what I did last year. I just saved this bow. I'm fluffing it out. I'm going to fast forward through that, but I'm going to show you kind of the process, and now it looks fluffed up and beautiful. Next, I put my batteries in the garland so that we can turn that on, and then I put the little fireplace gate back into place after I vacuumed everything off camera. Next, I start decorating the actual mantle with a couple of pieces that I think are cute and kind of timeless. And I had to put a candle back over here because I always have a candle here. It's one of the few places in my house that I'll actually keep a candle lit because I have cats and I don't trust them to not jump up on anything else and knock it over. They can get on this mantle. They have once or twice, but they've been punished so they don't get up here, and it's honestly not that easy for them anyway, so I don't worry about it too much. But it is one of the few places I tend to have candles. So we got that lit. It's all nice and festive smelling in here. Now we're going to get on with the rest of the decorating of the mantle. Next up, after a little bit of deliberation, I kind of decided that I was going to use the gold ribbon on my tree, which is going to be in my next video. It looks a lot like it did last year because, like I said, I bought this ribbon. I loved it. I think it's beautiful, and I'm going to reuse it. So I'm going to put these gold ribbons on each side of this mantle garland, and you're going to see the same gold in the tree to try to make it look cohesive. Same with that red plaid bow in the middle of this garland. I've also got that red plaid ribbon in the tree as well. So we're making it look cohesive, spending a lot of time fluffing this out. I'm going to fast forward through it for you so it's not too boring, but just know that I spend a considerable amount of time fluffing things when I decorate for Christmas. And then we're going to move along to the floor decor by the fireplace. I've had these pieces that I'm using down here on the floor for a couple of years now. I tend to put them, I think, in the same place, at least that present that's been down on the floor for a while. And then this broom you may recognize from my Halloween video. I still think it fits kind of a Christmassy vibe and it smells like cinnamon, so it's down here as well. We're gonna reuse it until it doesn't have any smell anymore, because there's no sense in getting rid of it just because Halloween and fall is over. So we're gonna keep using it. And then of course my 3 paw prints for the babies. If you're new here, I have 3 cats. We've got Kate, Toby, and Buddy. And so they all have their little stockings. They're a DIY project. They were actually just little boots from the Dollar Tree, and they were made into little paws. So now all 3 of the babies have their own little stockings in the house because they are part of the family and I want them to feel like it, and that includes stockings. Yes, sometimes we have stocking stuffers. Some years we don't, but I always love to give the babies little treats anyway because I'm a sucker and they're kind of like my children and I love them. This year I decided to do mine and Robbie's stockings over here on the left side because I didn't want too much to be on the mantle. I'm showing you our stockings here. They're adorable and they're also really precious to me. My mom made mine when I was a kid, and then she made Robbie one several years after we'd been dating, and we kind of knew that he was going to be sticking around. So that's what these are. They're precious and they're over here on the side. It's just kind of part of our decor, but kind of out of the way too. One of the things about my bookshelves is that I do try to mix and match things that are important to me. I do have an entire video of the things that were sentimental to me, but I do have a few of those little things over here as well. A couple of DIYs, so I just kind of mix and match it. I don't really have anything that I do on my mantle and bookcase that's just like important to me that I need to keep doing every year, but I do like playing around with it, and I come up with some things that I think look good, and I try to remember that for the next year too. So right here I've got 2 3D printed deer. My husband made these with his 3D printer. He loves playing around with stuff and he'll show me designs sometimes, and I think they're really cute. He showed me that and I asked him if he can make me an entire little deer family, but I settled for 2. So I've got them right here next to the joy sign, and then I'm just gonna fill in some of these other little areas with other different little pieces. But that is it for this video, short and sweet. And I have my mantle, my bookcase, my fireplace, and this is how everything turned out. I think it's very festive and adorable and beautiful. Again, you'll see in my second living room decorating video how I kind of made this garland match with my tree. But for now, this is where we're gonna stop. I'm gonna show you a quick little tour of the shelves and how everything turned out here. And I would love it if you would consider subscribing, leave a comment, give me a like, let me know you're here, and I will see you in my next video where we finish decorating my living room. Alright guys, I hope you have a lovely evening, and I hope you find some really lovely Christmas movie to watch on TV, and I hope you're able to enjoy it with a nice festive backdrop like I am here today. I'm gonna go watch a movie, so I'll see you guys later. Bye!